Shai, Bahasham Harakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, GMS Ruel, and peace and salutations to the elect of the true nation of Israel, Yasharala. Um, uh, you know, um, I'm doing a little part two to my last live lesson, because now that I'm just thinking about it, um, I didn't break down the dream and what I think it was, what it symbolized, the dream that I just had, that I had this morning, um, or before I woke up this morning. But I'm gonna break it down because I forgot to break it down fully, especially the first part. The first part is I said um, I was around a group of worldly people, and we were showing off our primes. You know, we all know what your prime is. And like I said, it was my turn to show my prime. All right, and when I was showing my prime off, you know, you know my prime self. I was on a rock, a tall rock amongst these other tall rocks, and mine, and they were loose, and I fell from that tall loose rock. All right, and as I fell, and what fell with me was these posters, all right, of these famous and mighty Israelites, all right, Jakes, in this life, like Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Kobe, LeBron, famous actors and whatnot, singers and rappers, mighty Jakes, you know, and they were broken, and then the video pistol, the Kobe Bryant video pistol. All right, in my dream, Kobe Bryant was part of the truth, and I was listening to his last video before he died, you know, but we all know he wasn't part of the truth, when he was alive in this world. He was just a wicked basketball player. That's it. You know, and then but yeah, but at the same time, hey, every Jake, all right, everybody in the spiritual realm, they're listening, they're watching, and they're rooting for us, man. Okay, you know, because we're on the side of righteousness, and everybody's in the right mind in the kingdom. So, if anything, Kobe Bryant's rooting for us, men of Yahweh Shem Shai, because he's in his right mind in the kingdom. All right, all of our family members and loved ones that have died, they're in the spiritual realm rooting for us. Okay, as of right now, good, because they're in their right minds. But I'm gonna break down the first part of my dream. Just real quick. Um, you know, he said, like I said, I was showing off. We were showing off our primes, and when I showed off mine, I was on this tall, loose rock, which represents, our pride, the things of this world. All right, a little mountain, everybody's little mountain, man. All right, you know, um, and it was loose, okay, which symbolizes, the things of this world. All right, they're temporary. All right, they're able to fall and to be trodden down and taken down. Every man, no matter how big his prime is, all right, he's able to fall. All right, okay, from that prime. No man's prime lasts forever. LeBron's prime is gonna end here soon. All right, all right. He's not a god. Uh, he's not Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, his prime is gonna last forever. The reign of LeBron, no, and for any man, okay. So yeah, me being on that big tall rock representing my prime, and it being loose, symbolizing, no matter who you are in this life, you know, the worldly things don't matter because it's all gonna come down to and be to naught. All right, and, and that's what represented or symbolized me falling with these other mighty Jakes. All right, posters. Okay, you know, because people be idolizing Jake. You know, all right, all those Marvel and superhero characters and Greek mythology characters, those are stemmed from Jake's. All right, Jake invented all that. And Esau just glorified it and made us idolize it and made us be wicked towards it. All right, you know. And like the scriptures say, the idols of Egypt, shall fail, shall fall, you know, and cast it out, you know. And in these times, you know, uh, mighty Jake, famous Jake, Israelites, are as idols. People idolize LeBron. People idolize rappers. People idolized and worshipped Michael Jackson. And people, and Jake's like that, man. But you know, no matter how big and tough you're doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, this is like it. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is not going to let us die doing a 1 day fast. Okay, the Lord did 40 days. People do. There's people that are forced to do 1 day fasts. All right, a couple of day fasts because there's no food. All right, or drink. So some people are forced to. Some people have to fast. You know, so you'll be all right, man. No matter how sluggish and tired and hungry you are, you're gonna make it through, man. All right, and this is for a good thing, man. All right, we're doing this to show how much we love Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know, and to show Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that we have given ourselves to the Lord. So that's it on that, man. I hope this was exhorting, edifying. Shalom.